Hello, this is Peggy Lee. Whether you're at home or on the go, radio puts the world at your fingertips. There's great music and entertainment, too. Pleasure is never more than a dial away. Enjoy the good companionship of radio wherever you go. It's one of the real pleasures of modern living. And speaking of radio's music, here's one of my recent recordings. I hope you like it.
Hi, this is Tony Martin. All across the nation, more people than ever before are listening to radio for entertainment and information. With radio, there's fun for everyone. Your seat's up front and right on the aisle. There's music tailored to your ear and new exciting sounds to hear. You're tuned to life's brightest show with radio, the sound of year-round pleasure. And speaking of new sounds, here's one of my latest recordings. I do hope you like it.
Hi, this is Wayne Newton. You know, radio means many things to many people. To my generation, it means fun, the joy of a new song, the pleasure of the old ones, and the satisfaction you get when you know you're really in touch with what's going on in this restless and changing world. You know, other generations might have different reasons for liking radio, but one thing's for sure. Radio is close to everybody. There's nothing under the sun that has the all-age appeal of radio. And best of all, you never have to stop what you're doing to enjoy it. All you have to do is listen. Of course, radio can't be everything to everybody, but it sure comes close. Speaking of new songs radio brings, here's one of my latest recordings, and I hope you like it.
Hi there. Say, this is Buck Owens. You know that happier days began with radio and brighter nights too. Now with radio, you don't have to stop what you're doing. All you got to do is listen. You stay relaxed and you stay radio refreshed all through the day. So for tunes that set your toes a-tapping, be sure you depend on radio. It's America's sound choice. Speaking of tunes that you hear on radio, here's one of my very latest recordings, and I sure hope that you like it.
Hi, this is Della Reese. When you're raring to go or just feeling low, there's a mood for you on radio. Radio chases the blues and helps you relax. It's refreshing and entertaining, too. But best of all, with radio, you don't have to stop what you're doing. All you do is listen. That's radio for you. Your constant companion, always ready to share your day. And speaking of sharing, I hope you'll share the next few minutes with me. Here's my latest recording.
This is Roger Williams with a word about radio. The sound of year-round pleasure. You know, radio has become so closely entwined with our day-to-day activities that, well, we seldom realize how dependent upon it we actually are. But whether we're at home or on the go, radio puts the world at our fingertips. There's great music and entertainment, too, for pleasures never more than a dial away. So enjoy the good companionship of radio. It's one of the real pleasures of modern living. And speaking of pleasure, here's a song that gave me a lot of pleasure when I recorded it. I hope you enjoy it too.
Hello, this is Nancy Wilson. No matter where you are or what you're doing, keep the sound of radio in your life. In your pocket, purse, or car. It's the most wanted sound in all America. There's weather, sports, and news when it's made. And of course, your favorite music's always played. So enjoy the good companionship of radio wherever you are. It's America's choice for sound pleasure. And speaking of the favorite music you always hear on radio, here's one of my favorite songs.
Hello, this is Chris Connor. Have you ever stopped to think about the convenience of FM? At a flick of your dial, you can enjoy the world's greatest orchestras and vocalists, combos, harmony groups, music that ranges all the way from hootenanny to the latest Broadway musicals. And besides the good music you enjoy, FM keeps you up to the second with the vital information you need to be on top of the news. FM is available in your home, in your office, in your car, and even out of doors when you're just relaxing. And with FM, you don't have to stop what you're doing. All you do is listen. And speaking of music, here's one of my latest recordings. I hope you like it.
Hi, this is John Davidson. Say, if you think you're getting only half of what good music has to offer, step up to the wonderful world of FM and FM stereo. It's America's sound sensation. Now, with FM, you get a real on-stage feeling. The sound's so lifelike, you not only hear it, but you feel it as well. And with FM, you get a wide range of programming, too. Most of it's unavailable from any other source. There's a tremendous variety of music, including the world's great sound treasures, all tastefully blended with other important program categories. Combined, they bring new fascination to the world in which we live. The pleasure of it is that with FM, you hear it all more clearly than ever before. It's interference-free. There's no static, no fading in and out, and no overlapping of stations. So step up to the incomparable world of FM and FM stereo, the world's greatest advance in listening pleasure. And to add to your pleasure, I hope you'll enjoy this next song. It's one of my latest recordings.
Hello, this is Carmen Dragon. You know, there are 365 good reasons why FM is your best listening fare. They're the 365 days of the year when you enjoy FM's exciting, static-free, flawless reproduction of the world's great music. Day in and day out, nights and holidays too, FM brings you concert hall realism at the twist of a knob. For pure listening pleasure, depend on FM, the sound choice for particular people. Now, for your enjoyment, a selection from one of our recent album releases.
This is Gary Graffman. If you're listening to this program on FM, I think you'll enjoy hearing these prophetic words of Edward Bellamy, an American author, written in the year 1887. In his book, Looking Backward, Bellamy wrote, "If we could devise an arrangement for providing everybody with music in their homes, perfect in quality, unlimited in quantity, suited to every mood and beginning and ceasing at will, we should have considered the limit of human felicity already attained." Bellamy died just 2 years before the turn of the century, but his dream of sound perfection comes especially close to a description of FM radio. With our records and FM radio, the great sound treasures of the concert hall come to life in countless homes across the country, breathtaking in brilliance, rich in perfection, and of course, beginning and ceasing at will. The reality of Bellamy's dream and the grandeur of great music are yours every day on FM radio.
Hello there. This is Chico Hamilton. Why not make it a habit to listen to FM all day long, no matter what you're doing? You'll find that FM has the right combination of music and information to keep you in time with the tunes and in tune with the times. Keep up to the second with the latest community, state, national, and worldwide news, too. You'll find it all on FM, America's choice for quality. And speaking of FM's ability to keep you in time with the tunes, here's one of my latest recordings. I hope you enjoy it.
This is Tony Martin. Now, just about everybody likes music. Different kinds, to be sure, but whatever your age, whatever your taste in music, you hear it best on FM. FM gives you sound so lifelike, you not only hear it, you feel it as well. You hear newfound richness and brilliance in every musical performance. FM is America's sound sensation, the sound of year-round pleasure. And speaking of sounds, here's one of my latest recordings, and I hope you like it.
This is Roger Williams. You know, good music was meant to be heard. Breathtaking in brilliance, rich in perfection, with every nuance, every shading coming to life with full-bodied realism. That's why I enjoy listening to FM radio. Music comes alive as never before. It lets you enjoy it to its very fullest. So for the best seat in the house every day of your life, listen to FM, the sound of year-round pleasure. Speaking of pleasure, here's a song that gave me a lot of pleasure when I recorded it. I hope you enjoy it too.
Hello there. This is Ted Malone. Have you ever stopped to think about the many services radio provides? For example, did you know that many of the announcements you hear on radio are not paid for? That's right, not paid for. Many of the messages you hear on radio are called public service announcements. Radio stations present them in the public interest. You might say it's radio's contribution to hundreds of local and national charitable and non-profit making agencies. Even though broadcasters receive no tax benefits from this kind of work, broadcasters in this country donate about $500 million worth of free airtime every year to about 100 national organizations, not to mention the many local specialized charities. There is no law that requires radio to do this. It is radio's contribution to a better life and community for everyone. It's one of the many ways in which radio serves America.
Hello, this is Jack Wagner. Have you ever stopped to think how radio commercials help keep America prosperous? Well, they do, you know. The advertising you hear on radio helps you to enjoy a better, more abundant way of life. Here's how. Radio advertising helps you to choose wisely whenever you shop. Thus, you spend your money wisely. Radio advertising tells you how a product will serve your needs, where you can get it quickly, easily, and at low cost. By helping to move the goods that industry produces, radio advertising supports efficient mass production. This helps to keep prices low. Consumer demand keeps industry humming. Radio takes pride in giving our nation's products and services a voice. And every radio station across this great land of ours is proud of the role it plays in helping to keep our nation's economy in high gear. Effective consumer advertising at low cost is but one of the many ways in which radio serves America.